to avoid prosecution. Therefore, by reconstructing the entirety of Airbus dealings in Ghana and through its intermediaries and with Ghanaian public officials, the OSP, looking at it from both the perspective of the officials of Airbus and that of the Airbus intermediaries and Ghanaian public officials, it seems to us that what Airbus perceived and accepted in the deferred prosecution agreements as the real intentions of its employees in their dealings with the intermediaries and Ghanaian public officials is at cross purposes with what appear to be the real intentions and expectations of the intermediaries and the Ghanaian public officials in their dealings with the employees of Airbus. This is what I'm saying. While the accepted facts in the two foreign jurisdictions are that the employees of Airbus designed the payments to the intermediaries as bribes intended to court favor with Ghanaian public officials, especially ex-President John Dramani Mahama. On the other hand, the intermediaries appeared to expect and receive the payments as their legitimate expectation under an arrangement of success-based commissions for the sale of the military transport aircraft to the government of Ghana. And their actions, in whichever way viewed, were calculated as businessmen expecting their lawful paychecks and not as conduits of a bribery scheme. The concoction of a plan by senior leadership in SMO International and the Defense and Space Division of Airbus to deliberately circumvent Airbus compliance rules by substituting Company D, or the company owned by Consultant 4 and Consultant 5, with Spanish Intermediary 8, or Organization 1, to ensure payments to Foster and his associates, though wrongful and deceptive, was entirely an internal matter for Airbus in respect of its disciplinary regulations and code of ethics. It does not amount to the payment of bribes to court favor with Ghanaian public officials in the reckoning of Ghanaian law. It is a case of the employees of Airbus deceiving Airbus. Neither does the short declaration by Airbus to the Spanish Export Credit Agency and Airbus's non-declaration in the context of the US ITAR. Consequently, the OSP has no evidentiary basis upon which to conclude that Samuel Adam Foster, also known as Samuel Adam Mahama, Philip Sean Middlemis, and Leanne Sarah Davis acted as conduits of bribery between the employees of Airbus and former President John Dramani Mahama or any other public official. Also, the OSP found no evidentiary basis that suggests that Samuel Adam Foster, also known as Samuel Adam Mahama, Philip Sean Middlemis, and Leanne Sarah Davis received payments from Airbus with the intention of bribing former President John Dramani Mahama or any other public official. Further, the OSP found no evidentiary basis that suggests that former President John Dramani Mahama or any other public official was paid bribes by Samuel Adam Foster, also known as Samuel Adam.
The National Democratic Congress Amanyoko no NDC eya John Dramani Mahama na pobo awoko na wode AC ewo etifido epoye mantemu no waka ensembi ewo hono mu kire se enconfirm 2014 wokofa baye na neshe eya Savannah Accelerated Development Authority aseno sene enkofo ekase enconfirm no wono mutukopie Burkina Faso no wasiwo no krebia enimu yentie ne nsam ne bi.
Unfortunately, the project ran into issues. The media criticized it, and they came and said the guinea fowls had flown to Burkina Faso. No guinea fowls flew to Burkina Faso. Guinea fowls are not migratory birds. And the project was not for you to come and see thousands of guinea fowls in one place. It was supposed to incubate the eggs and give the guinea fowl day-old chicks to the farmers. And so somebody came and asked, he says he asked the watchman, where are the guinea fowls? And the watchman said, oh, they go Burkina Faso, they go come the rainy season, they go come back. And then it took a life of its own. The media went and published it. And up to now, there are people who believe that there were some guinea fowls that flew to Burkina Faso, So that project died. But I think it's a project we can look at again. Unfortunately, the project ran into issues. The media criticized it, and they came and said the guinea fowls had flown to Burkina Faso. No guinea fowls flew to Burkina Faso. Guinea fowls are not migratory birds. And the project was not for you to come and see thousands of guinea fowls in one place. It was supposed to incubate the eggs and give the guinea fowl day-old chicks to the farmers. And so somebody came and asked, he says he asked the watchman, where are the guinea fowls? And the watchman said, oh, they go Burkina Faso, they go come rainy season, they go come back. And then it took a life of its own. The media went and published it. And up to now, there are people who believe that there were some guinea fowls that flew to Burkina Faso, So that project died. But I think it's a project we can look at again. Unfortunately, the project ran into issues. The media criticized it, and they came and said the guinea fowls had flown to Burkina Faso. No guinea
of Economic Affairs IEF4 Edi Ababetuja say amampenifo wonu debate aweye edi atwen eye abatuo December 7 no ebeko sukumase ene enkran October ene November bosomeno emu.
Wasa semi mono wachire se dwumadi anase debate ebema candidate akwanya ma wetimi akasa ede afa omo opponent no emro yo ahodo a ewa wo mo programs ahodo emu wachire se debate ebeko so ewo eye enkranpumpuni mantemo ene kumasi ye no ewo Asante mantem ensam a wode tu dwa no ebini.
IEA will host a pre-election debate series for candidates selected on the basis of electoral criteria to be set and announced by the Institute. The 2024 pre-election debate series comprise presidential debates, vice presidential debates, and presidential evening encounters. The IEA will hold 2 presidential debates, respectively in Kumasi and Accra, for selected flag bearers. While answering questions pulled from the entire country, the presidential candidates will also have the opportunity to articulate their policies and programs for the nation. The debates, additionally, will provide the candidates the opportunity to point out the weaknesses in the policies and programs touched upon by their opponents. Regarding the vice presidential debate, the IEA will hold 1 vice presidential debate in Accra for selected candidates. Broadly, the objectives of the vice presidential debate are the same as those of the presidential debates. The vice presidential debate is important because, as our constitution mandates, the vice president assumes the role of president when the latter is unable to perform the functions of that office. Vice presidential aspirants, therefore, have to demonstrate adequate presidential qualities, skills, and competence. Now, regarding the presidential evening encounters, the IEA will organize 1 evening encounter for each of the selected presidential candidates. Unlike the presidential debates, where candidates respond to questions from anonymous Ghanaians, the evening encounters in a town hall-like format require the candidates to respond directly to questions fielded in person by representatives of key stakeholder groups. The IEA envisages holding the encounters in September and the debates in October and November. We will announce the precise dates, times, and venues for these events after conducting engagements with candidates and their political parties.
Enche bia ene beye deja ewo memu se senate for tonton wonu mu hotels binam so matememu fo kira wonu mu mpene so ne anase echina empo enei senate for area baba to just say wonu mu twentwen so kakra wo hye ade a wo betimi aye ade aboa sense wonu be tonton eye hotels no Samuel Ado Ctv Kasibo eto also.
Enche bia ene beto dwase Social Security and National Insurance Trust Senate for some hotels bia enshada famfaso emre womo no ade se womo eton na so ade se nipa binu authority aya wentimi anton sa hotels na wo 2024 Operations and Benefits Conference yekoso ewo Elmina ye no no ewo mfimfini mantemo no Senate Director General Kofi Osafo Mafo Ctv Kasibo ekasa ye editu dwase sa hotels ya na ka Senate eton no we
didn't see any marked improvement. We do set targets for our management to meet, and as you would note, we are seeing some modest underlying improvement in Elmina's performance. As I highlighted, we are going to go back to the drawing board. We will consider all alternatives. We've started that process. We are not going to take decisions on the hop. We are going to take decisions that would be based on our analysis and that would inure to the benefit of the trust over the longer term. So again, the whole process is not something that we are going to do in the glare of the media. We are not going to do everything there. Internally, we've started the discussion and analysis, and I believe that we'll work towards a solution that would benefit our stakeholders. Well, I mean, if you...
NWH Director General Emma Snit Esanso editor Jasa Senator Juma Yukono Enya Wombetumi Bianse Bayana Adesia Wamo Ewo informal sector no so ebetumi ene Senate a register aye Juma Nensema wadi tu jano emu enchirimu eni.
Of course, the SNIT scheme is also a partially funded scheme. So it's driven by a combination of new contributions and investments on one hand. So we need to combine those to ensure sustainability of the scheme. If we are talking to people in the informal sector and there is adverse press or adverse media commentary, that doesn't help with the informal sector drive. So yes, we are encountering some difficulties, but it's not insurmountable. And indeed, this engagement is all part of it. And what we really want to highlight is that we shouldn't lose track of what SNIT is about. We are offering the best proposition with respect to pensions in the country. And that is something that we want the people in the informal sector to appreciate. We want our other contributors, i.e. the establishment in the private sector, to appreciate, and indeed all our stakeholders to appreciate. And we manage their funds prudently, and we are going to ensure that we continue to do so.
Atoye mantem suafo yera kwabna ochredako mensa akasa ediafa emfasodia wo membia enya ewodwedie emu ginsemi atudwa ewo Pa Grant Medals for Business Excellence 2024 jumedia ekoso no.
Pa Grant Medals for Business Excellence eka atoye mantem suafo ya wasanso eye mrahye bedwani emadehia womo ewota kwade mpesore so honom no ne nnwuma ne bi ehu wodwumade na se ade stakeholders ahodo a womo ewo atoye mantem business sector no eka wo hubomo ehwe kwa obefa so na mampuntu etume aba.
Trade and industries are the pillars of any economy, providing employment opportunities generating revenues, and driving innovation. However, climate change, inequality, and social justice are few challenges confronting us today. But I am optimistic about the future, that trade and industries have the potential to be a powerful force for sustainable development in the Western region. This is because the region has tremendous potential for sustainable development. Our gold, our oil and gas, timber and bauxite, and a host of other minerals, when harnessed, will lead to industrial development. Shifting to agriculture, the region is known for its rich soil and favorable climate, making it suitable for large-scale agriculture, enhancing food security, and creating decent and permanent jobs. Talking of tourism, the region's scenic beauty, cultural heritage, and ecotourism is another potential area for sustainable development and business growth. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have reached a point where we need to scale up our region's competitiveness through capacity building, production, and exports.
Enwechi wasan so editu dwa se eho behia se aban no ene business ahodo civil society ene ankorankora beka won ho abomo aye adwumaden na madwadie ene sikasem etumi afanantama pa efra wo manimu.
As we celebrate the achievements of our hard-working awardees, let us be mindful that we will have a role to play by creating an enabling environment that supports sustainable trade and industrialization. This call for collaboration between government, businesses, civil societies, and individuals. What are the Regional Coordinating Council with term entrepreneurial governance? Distinguished invited guests, the government on its part will continue to promote and support local businesses with policies like the Entrepreneurial Innovation Program and its related policies, which offer assistance to both private and public businesses as well as entrepreneurs. And the latest one in town is the Small and Medium Enterprise Growth and Opportunities Fund, which is coming to Ghana, but this time it's been decentralized to the regional administration.
Sir Amanyofo eboabo won ho atwen December 7 abatoɔ no efutuo akɔ ede amatemamufo ni na sɛ wo bibia enhwɛ sɛ abatoɔ no ebɛyɛ asumdwe kwan so ensame years of power wo Abundant Life Assemblies of God Church and editu dwa na wono mudi wan fisha na etosudu ewo sunyane.
Eti aneda afi Abundant Life Assemblies of God asafono 10th anniversary so no eye declare his faithfulness. Wajumade na se wo kire enyoma hodo a wo mo ebeye ya bi eye clean up exercise, floating, Bible studies ene enyoma hodo a eka ho. Head pastor Emma Abundant Life Assemblies of God asafono eye pastor Kwame Ajiman. One Ctv Yamani Boni ode ne ho kwasi apia ekasaye editu dwa se abato no ade se kwan ya yefa so na yede ya kandifo ne mom enye ntokwa ne senti wode to bibie ni mo se afi aba ye beto de ntwe ye ho emfrinyo basa emfa asumdwe emma eho
abato ekokomoti se wadwe enye ntokwa se enye ntokwa mfrimu na ye ma nyame ni yankan ni enyi the right leader no mo man ntu that's mamu no ne meka chomo ni se efe ne se MP na okwakoko ama no ono no sebio ebia na busu enti na oye de oya ndi wo no kese to aba enkontokwa de wasa okontokwa na fi kunwa wo wuka yeprewa wapra ti mo sa ade ame ye no dwen ho anamo ami tu no san e di enti na mi tu sa na mo no boa me ana boa sa ni papa no ana boa o man no na wo ye na se mo o man na who he has a bay.
And retro head pastor Kwame Ajiman, Esan so editu, just Sanyan Coupon, Ene Asafui Edin ye pa, Esan se, in fear dunieno, a yadesa what day a yanni packet webbing, and a share Asafui as Senas when they, one more ador so pa.
So why? Make us say, yeah, because I say a number of 47, a say by 18, the general for some time. God has been good to us. Now we can count more than 120 members in the space of 10 years. I think it is remarkable achievement. God has done it. We give him praise for that. Let us we have impacted lives, changed lives. There are people who are not mere drunkards, mere weed smokers, or mere womanizers, manizers. I think through the ministry of this church, the many power, life as a son. Some have been taught how to make their own lives. We don't know how to make his life. We teach people how to do their life physically and spiritually to make lives better. I think we have achieved a lot.
Ni krakra mono asafo ne mani bi so any Ctv Kasibo ekasai.
So we buy 10 years in the so Reverend Pastor Franco Uswajiman on see as well be that in say no and monyam shekese ya seda e mayen ene nyankopon afen so ne eto so me individual and say me personally no insure menyam say asori mu ha na awade adoma me nso menya me ho kani ewo asori ha say ene nam so insure me brebusu a eba nti e bom paye a kire nyankopon say onko so na ntie bi achi no onko so ama na ndo me insure enye kese ewo asori maso amen.
I will say I will make a seno sitia wa near Basisia.
My breaker. I find I'm a chairman near me ya once and I'm a coffee. A croffer quite hard to area had it. And Ukraine, I walk on, did me so present so better. And I think you better how.
Hey, you better ha. And then you just see birthday, some could jump Kodija, and never near Diana Mano. Hello,
Sisi, who couldn't birthday in say basso? Medimania to the and so we needed the whole day, a baby difficult.
Ah, Madam, I sense, Fitiano pa, Bessin ye massa. A fain a me chain amanao, we are my jump Akodija, my breaker.
What do you see? When him's a high sense washing machine. Hey, and now you cook special day, or they're doing for party in your ring. Nebra showroom must see, and I'm in sure what's up.
Ah, me idea no, me vasesia. Hey, Madam, I sense.
See. Ah, what about them all?
I don't traffic be anymore. None I was the same.
Me see, wait any Series 5 smart washing machine. Make a WhatsApp washing machine and no one app. A senior my roll. Temperature this in Sintino. A come one getting in a few near menu. And I need Dawaya Crojin. Ah, Series 5 way dear at dinner home. It's a female and why you peer. And man see and that ding. So near mano, that Jenny when Yinam Kanyao, into a more Kanyaka. What do me program S5 smart washing machine say? And can everyone tidy any? Never in our come. Washing machine in programming now. What me yano smartphone so?
Hey, Madam, I sense. Would you the best see me? Mamma back on
Mamma Dodo. High Sense Series 5 smart washing machine. ABC. Echimu a dry in temper.
Me mama kwaba ediba FA Global Group of Company Limited. Jumedia yedini kasepa ensase nwadwuma. Sa open half plot, full plot, ana asase eka bia ohia e won kran ni mantem hade. Sa opa asase wo dodoa afienya tema enha ho pi. FA Global yensase no so edideye problem biara enni ho. Upe estate, I mean modern building, fully furnished building, good lifetime estate, abba ediamount. Sell per 3 bedroom, 4-bedroom apartment. So pay cha kwaya ubehuye ewo kube chrome number 2 Muslim Cemetery Junction ohona na yewo. So pay roofing sheet papa quality say affordable. Roofing sheets when kwana insio ta won't area ba won't what the other boss cry and yeshi young kwan amount 90 years warranty. Our roofing sheets so FA Global Group of Companies are the most trusted company in the world.
Medase Mesaimao Akwaba Bill CTV enu bebremu no sia kasebo ena oguso awoshe no kasie yechegu live Facebook YouTube my CTV GH like uwia no ato amane uyonko afe yetwa ensem no eso Yatwaso diana eye Basari community ye what Northern Ghana eneno wonomo akabumu a wonomo eko eye bono ene bono istmantemu wobwa emayan ketwa ye wo hono sede beye na watimi ako aboa wonomo dachi na bibibia no etumi akoye ede ama wo sansa asetenemu ayedin pa
Wasa semi mono wo hene ema Basari community ye no ewo sunyane edade srede heto ne manfo wo a wo my Ghana mu ene empo wo a wo amone ne ani mu se wo mra na wo meboa na mpuntu emra krono eso wo de semi atudwa wo bra wo de sub chiefs ene queen models esiso ya wo mo ebeboa ama enhumasua ho nsem etimi afa ne ntamapa efra
yensuma asafo ne dache yegiwa 1.2 ya edin edimpa. You say, never travel, you see. You say, the Kasibo is no, the number 90. You did Pia, the number of piano, almost to separate 74, not a home. The number of year, no two, most of the civil, not a home. Then a number of piano, you two on more. Timo Bakam one. Yes, Ghana. Yes, Basafo. Yes, Singa Kaka Singa Yatimo. Yati before. Yati Kubofono. To come with my piano. Yafa Yaso. Yati Trakuma. Yanyasi. Yatrakuma. That fire, you know. The Yamusika. The Ya. The Bia Kumari. The Bia Kumu. The Bibiana. Na Dati. And Kasi.
Enu achire nana ya yeboa ayiwa ya wo yesunyane kwase adonten hema enso edito subquema da sie ni mo se wo mre wo ho ase na wonye adwumaden emfa emwa Basari community no
mo be som enye wo bi na ebe som mo be som enye wo bi na ebe som mo enti mesra mo mo adwuma mo ye mo kununom ene oman nipa atwa mo ho ahia bia no mo fa ni bia ese na titiri mo de sika na ebeye ni nyina no mo hwe mo adwuma so yie mo hwe nipa mo de mo adwuma begya no se na nafra mo a eno so ho hia mo pe nipa mo gini di na mo timi de mo adwuma sem ahye ne nsa ya ma nyenu de minim adwuma mo ye se mo pagya mo mu a ebetima ye nsem bebre ti mesra mo sra obade na se mukuru no musoso no nya fe na ye be kasai se ya gbo mi wo hema eni nti ya wo se wugu me eni nti ya wo se sra wo ya den kra wo yo ba bro wo be dru wo hina ni ma e na wo betini aye eyi kakra ba so ko dru ya wo yo ba warefo sra mo mpre mo ho ase na mo ma afufo ensua mo wo be
Internal Leadership Life Training Institute one more ekwa womantiti ewa sitna ensem emu ene no wonum edigibedia for ahyeso a single summit wonum apaw ehontoma wamantiti ye ewo aware ene asetna mu nsem emu
Wajumedi na se Apostle Thomas Chrissy Apia ya oye convener ema jumedi na anase jumedi no esi ne sere so wasan show eye counselor sebano aware nsem waka esan show eka ne ye wade tudwa ekasa edefa aware akwanto eho wasan show ekasa edefa nioma etumi ema awareja ye eba eho enchemu a wonde ma ye no ebini
eba na aware na I think that ye nyina se ye momonya the foundation right enya bone se be manu aduane ye na edi she ti se be manu aduane na oba anu be manu sa ne mani ye fundamentals a ye kire omo but beyond that no also otumi mu se me ye oba me fan se me ware be mama na be hwe me eno ne ade ba ku ana na me ka me se adenya me de oba na e ba no se me yi oboafo ma na so oba betumi aboa no no aye oboafo be na average man na wo nyaje se be ma na e be hwe me in fact the entire na ware adu bebre ni ye friend disappointed expectation eni mo de na adwunim se me expect from be ma no okona ne nsan ka no no de aye we de agya ware no eti ye nyina se ye momonya fundamentals no right won wu say ba ne niam sia be ma sinema ba sinema but ye ntiase madwuma me ye me very busy me ni madwuma otase eti uto otna fies me niam me otiase enye ohye what I say because nyame nyanse no ye be ma ne father and ye oba ne mother enti ye ba ne fia de ya ye nyina ye asede but edi obuo ni die na ma ye ho what I say enti no the modern marriage ni nyina no e baba to the same level so ye ma nipa ne hu the right foundation nyame o se shaware ye because the 3 levels o se ma ware no wo ye oba mother and wo ye be ma father
and which Reverend Dr. Ernest ya wo ye head pastor Emma Evangel Assemblies of God I was so general secretary Emma Assemblies of God asafo no so editudwa etress jumade bia ebeboa ama afofora anase awarefo aware etumi asopa empo womo a afei ena opese womo so aware nso no obetumi ho kwayo befa so na wode aware ama aware no etumi esi.
The Single Song is a very special program organized to help young people get themselves set for life before marriage so that during the period of their marriage they'll be able to do things the way the scriptures require and enjoy marriage and impact the society and the world as a whole.
Papa Kwame na amwa ya wo ye marriage, sex and life coach and so edin sem say etuja.
Modern you can modern marriage yeah the technology can help them because can't mobile phones in this technology in your money but the principle of marriage is still the same principle. Only say yet here a little differently because it is a little easy to communicate. It is a little easier to plan. It's a little easier to, if anything, create wealth. That is, if you are working at it. In Timeka said, most times, you can't old marriages now. There were many times that people were enduring, not enjoying the marriage. They were enduring, but there was nowhere to go to. There was no one to talk to, and they had nothing to do, so they had to stay. But you see, there are people you can talk to. People can make their minds up and all that. They're not in their warrior, no. Let me chip in this. Yeah. Don't you think and I make her say, who decide? Which may use we no, we not quite now. Which may use positively or negatively. Into near yet, and then near yet show your programs. You know, the best amount for any knowledge, you know. Na omutumi apply no positively.
Enkwensia esi kaswa winiba kwantimpone so eye ewutu breku enamso emanipa miensa epra diemu odimpa Ctv Kasibo eye Samuel Ado na maniboni.
Amandiboy Etremo Spinter minibus yani registration number JJ 2356-19 na kire se opatre kakra edifri ne kwan so a wokodi ekwan foforo so nam so ema akwehyi eba ye kasei o driver ni mate any passengers ya na wote car ni mu no ade se wo mo eprepra ye de wo mo akọ ewutu breku health center woje ayarhwe na nipa bi ana wogina kwa ohun ne yekoso no Ctv Kasibo ekasa ye edinchemu sei emaye
one full stop
Dear Drew saw a JD ensem. Wajredie ensem emuno dom kumaya wo emashebejemu echrese Cocoa board wonum dwumedi a wodie no na sentem abafom pa na ba ne sen na wonum mutumi ede 3.4 billion Ghana cedis nko a ede yade ewo head office ho.
And the worst of all was recorded in 2023. Cocoa production declined further to 655,000, but office expenditure did not decline. It increased to 3.4 billion. My brother, are you not shocked? And the Auditor General reports to Parliament that this is largely due to headquarters, head office expenditure. Head office expenditure. Cocoa Board head office alone is spending 3.4 billion Ghana cedis. While the entire Ministry of Agriculture is spending something around 2.something billion. Is it not strange? The cocoa is produced in the rural communities. From the farms, the people are there. The producers are sweating every day to get the cocoa for us. They complain of water, they complain of roads, bad roads, they complain of so many things. They are not getting them. Even look at the producer price that we give them. And you spend their money this way in the office. So are you growing the cocoa in the office or in the bush?
I will say I am called any JD ensem. Well, any JD ensemuno ene a Tehila experience a programmer a jumtuni ohima Messi afie biano wo share ede eba na se woye afie die no emrena so enuntino watu din se Tehila the Bethel experience na wonu mu kire mu se sa afie dwumedie biano eye annual music concert a wonu mu ehwe se ebetimi akoso afie so eye ewo eye Royal House Chapel International ye wo enkran September 8 eye 2024 afia emu wonu besha se wabra no nan abo pepepe na wo se afie Tehila experience ni de ebeye ade a esin da sanse adwomtofo bebre na ekukudam ye bifi ebibire mu hanum sei ene beba dwumedie no asia wo beba betonyum ene nipa bebre na edikasubum na wonmu ekira ohima Messi ekyemu se ebuka songs ya wo fi eye Nigeria mino emu ebeba abe ojumo enso ebeba sanso ena emoji na C music PSA Esther Sisichum Mama Esther Kofi Owusu Pepra ene Rama Enchi dodo na eka ho ebie wonum nyina beba na waba betonyum adwomtofo nyina no wobo won homodin ye papa na wokasa ewo abra no wo paw ne dwumedie no ehontoma ewo Tank Palace Hotel no ene wo kire se afie die ne die wo yese wo de beba eye wo no ankasa na woda enunti ena sabre no wo de ahye September year wo kire se ebe ya de bia esin danti wo sre Ghana fo dodo na momentai nechi na mombra dwumedie na se na enye kama inti afie Tehila experience no ohima Messi ekira eba so pa watu di se Tehila the Bethel experience. Afe yanko obi manso ene yako Kenya maino emuna ababetodwa se eye Kenya eye mebunu no wanumatu wonhu ediegu emontene so wanumo kire se eye wo mampeni Ruto William wabra wode eye cabinet foforo eba so no ena wanumo kire se wonti ase no ntinu demonstration kese pa en wode ehhehye so ewo wanumo kropon ahodo no emu aposifo ekopie mu ewo ho a na chese wanumo ebietie gas edi egu wo muso a ekoye arehusem ye papa ne sentino ne wonam eye Kenya kronimu eye Nairobi dia na chese shops ahodo na ena wonu metutumu a businesses bebre nso enye dwuma esambasabasa ye a ekoso ewo ho na ansa na wonu ba be hye ye kire ye ase no wodi kan eba social media ebe ka se sabredie wonu mu nhwe ema enema ekoso wonu mu man mu no enkoso kra ne sentino wo beto won ho ede egu emontene so ya wonu mu tonsa ede fredodo na ase wo meka won ho na demonstration no endi mu ye papa na so aposifo ekopie mu wo hono mu a wode tigers ne niama ahodo ede gu wonu mu so a won so ka se wonte ase ne anase echina empo intisabre die Kenya mani mu ayedi sansa dodo na atoto wonu mu businesses ne won shops mu a obia ehye dem afa yenshe ensembia edi akotene ewo yenumre Kasibo no emu Yadbaso was Office of the Special Prosecutor edi sama babetudwa se eye wimishen ensensema na enkane mampeni John Dramani Mahama ne ho ebom no wonuma ye won hwehwemu ama bibia edi adanse se wo bibia ni ho a wodi sike bi efa akoti kwan so edi ma no IEF4 NHS amampenimfo debate no ebeba so October ene November bosume eyafi 2024 year emu wodwedie ensem emu no koko board 4 ena wonumo expenditure akwakodu 3.4 billion Ghana cedis way eye headquarters no ediene no ena minority anase dom kuma ye wo mrashebedwemu ekire se ebe koko no wonumo dua no office anase room sebe amanoninsem Kenya mebunu dudu na ene wo emontene so a wonumo kire se nieme bia ekoso wonumo man ni mu no wompene so ne anase kina ni senti watete su kokko edi akire aban no for a hana mebema kwa enumre Kasibo ayede esomono yede ni na esi enumre musomfo ayeme Lateefa Akuffo madawase amamu enisha mediwesi